We are just 356 days away from the midterms, so let's start with a very important question tonight. How much work have you done over the last 8 weeks or so? Because that is almost as long as House Republicans have been off the clock, but that ends tomorrow. That is when the House is expected to vote on the Senate-approved deal to end the shutdown. The Rules Committee met to discuss it tonight. Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is pushing all Democrats to vote no. If that happens, Republicans could only afford 2 no votes. Today, President Donald Trump praised Majority Leader John Thune and House Speaker Mike Johnson, who has kept his chamber in recess for almost 2 months.
And we're also honored to be joined by a great man. He will go down as a great man someday, Speaker Mike Johnson. And congratulations to you and to John and to everybody on a very big victory. We're opening up our country. Should have never been closed. Should have never been closed.
Almost 2 months makes you wonder if they're going to have any flight delays trying to get back to D.C. That, of course, was a speech at Arlington National Cemetery in honor of today, Veterans Day. The moderate Democrats who broke ranks and cut the deal are proud that they secured a Senate vote on ACA subsidies. There's only one problem. Speaker Johnson has not made any such promise for a House vote. Meanwhile, some Senate Republicans have ideas much, much different than just extending subsidies for the ACA, like new health savings accounts, but they haven't given any details what will be in them. And even while Congress inches closer towards ending the shutdown, this air travel chaos that I just mentioned, it's only getting worse. The FAA will increase its flight reductions on Thursday and Friday. Well, today, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy talked about the air traffic controllers at the center of it all and the president's talk of penalizing those who took sick time during the shutdown. Watch this.
My concern is for those air traffic controllers who, before they missed a paycheck and we're in the shutdown, they decided on a continual basis not to show up for work. They don't know how long the shutdown was going to be. They hadn't missed a pay period, and they didn't come to work. I'm concerned about those controllers. I'm concerned about their dedication. I'm concerned about their patriotism.
Is he concerned about members of Congress and their patriotism? 8 weeks is a long time. All right, let's get smarter with the help of our leadoff panel this evening. Jeffrey Mason joins us, White House correspondent for Reuters. Leanne Caldwell, chief Washington correspondent for Puck. And Sam Stein, managing editor for The Bulwark and an MSNBC political contributor. Leanne, walk us through what's going to happen tomorrow. Are you expecting any surprises with this vote? And I said it kind of tongue-in-cheek, but is there a chance that members of Congress, because of the flight delays, aren't going to be there for the vote?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a chance, even on normal weeks, that they don't get into town because of flights. But Speaker Mike Johnson warned them on Monday to start trying to make their way back to Washington with the anticipation that the vote would happen on Wednesday. And it will happen on Wednesday. The House is expected to vote and expected to pass this bill, but it's up to Speaker Johnson to round up the support of enough Republicans, which he'll need every Republican except for perhaps 2, depending on attendance, in order to support this. You know, Speaker Johnson has been out of the conversation for nearly 8 weeks. He's left the House out of the conversation. And there's a lot of House Republicans who are frustrated with some components of this bill. But ultimately, are they going to make the decision to be blamed for extending the government shutdown after Speaker Johnson blamed Democrats for, the past 50 some days? And so despite all the hand-wringing and the protests that some Republicans are going to make, Donald Trump is going to have to get on the phone if necessary to make sure this bill makes it over the finish line tomorrow. Democrats, on the other hand, they are mostly united in their opposition. There could be 1 or 2 defections, but Democrats weren't part of this deal. They are saying that it's up to Johnson to pass it. He has the votes if he needs them. And we'll see where it lands, Steph.
Jeff, we heard what the president said today.